Hey lovies, welcome or welcome back to my channel, Xtremetarot, where we do moon readings and zodiac readings. Today we're doing a zodiac reading for the sign of Scorpio. We're taking a look at what your spirit guides would most want to say to you right now. And let's just do a quick roll of the die to see what house we have. The first house in reverse. Okay, so yes. I feel like what I'm getting here from what I'm seeing, we have number 39, the black diamond. True love is eternal, it says. So this card talks about how your soul is strong enough to withstand like a lot of the roughest stuff that life has to offer. And that's making me think about a twin flame journey here. Not like the, oh, like you have a great soulmate, like part of it, but like the really dark side of a twin flame journey that I feel like a lot of people don't understand when they hear the word twin flame. If they haven't experienced it, a lot of the time it's like, oh, like you think it's like a magical soulmate, blah, 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 which is a lot of time the way you start out thinking about it too. But it is literally a mirror for your deepest wounds. And I feel like your wounds could be getting triggered right now. I feel like that you could be the chaser in a twin flame dynamic here, where your person has maybe just exited or rejected you in some way. Something happened that you're feeling a lot of pain. I even feel like, because I see evil queen and princess here, maybe they chose somebody else over you. It could be something very painful like that you're going through, something you know about though. So please don't get triggered and think I'm telling you like, oh, they're with somebody else, because that's not the case. This would be something that you would already know. So your spirit guides are coming through to tell you that you have shifted your focus completely from yourself with the first house in reverse, right? That it came out like that, completely onto maybe this other person, which is a very natural part of the process. So first of all, I think they would want to say it's okay. That's a normal part of the process to do that. But it's almost like you've changed yourself to this skeleton, to a ghost in the present moment, because regardless if you guys end up coming back together at some point far away, it's the time now is for you to focus on yourself, and that's not happening. And that's what spirit is wanting to draw your attention to, because when something is really rightfully yours, even if this evil queen person, if there is a person like that in the mix, has them in their grasp for now, it's not gonna, no one can take your divine birthright from you. They could maybe hold them for a little bit, but what's meant to be will be, no matter what anybody else does in this lifetime. So that's something to keep in mind. But if we could just find a way to detach from this, which is so much harder than it sounds. Obviously, if it was that easy, obviously we would all do it, and it wouldn't be the agony that it is, a twin flame journey. But okay, so let's talk about what your spirit guides want you to focus on quick, and then we'll see what else comes through in the cards. Something that I'm seeing right away is that maybe Archangel Gabriel is trying to come through for you. Throat chakra work, and also solar plexus chakra. It deals with shame. It deals with not speaking up for yourself. Shame is the solar plexus, and not speaking up for yourself is the throat chakra. The other two cards we have Mourning. The world awaits you. This card here, you see all the yellow and like blue, so that's why I'm getting solar plexus and throat chakra. And then this here, what is my body telling me right now? And our body speaks to us through physical pain or discomfort. So if you want to look into these two chakras, I think your spirit guides want to give you some homework. They want you to focus on some things, maybe besides this connection. Maybe focus on this connection for 10 hours and focus on this for like an hour, they would say. You know, because that's just the way it is. It's like, oh, I shuffled a song for you too, and it was Can't Get You Out of My Head. Is that what it's called? By Kylie Minogue. So I feel like it's just, this is really like an imposition in your brain. It's encroaching in your life, in your brain, and your thoughts, everywhere, your emotions. So anyway, spirit is trying to get you to maybe focus on something else, obviously to ground yourself. With the Mourning, the world awaits you. And what is my body telling me right now? It's kind of like, get out of your mind into your body. Try to like use that as a way to ground yourself and bring some peace to yourself. Not because they want you to like get over this person or anything like that, because I think this person is a crucial part of the process. And anyway, we'll get more into it, but let's stay on topic here. Me. What is my body telling me right now? I feel like look into these chakras, or look into all the chakras and the physical symptoms that could the physical symptoms that could relate to a certain chakra being out of balance, either overstimulated or understimulated, whatever it is. How do you say? I can never remember how to say that. Over active or underactive. That's what it is. So if, say, sometimes with the solar plexus chakra, there could be like digestive issues. With the throat chakra, there could be like a cough. There could be, you know, things with your throat, even like ear, nose, and throat kind of a thing. Your voice, stuff like that. I would look into it. Our body sends messages for us to look more deeply, see the trapped emotions, the lurking fears and beliefs that limit you. Listen to your physical body and you will be led to the source of your pain. It's time to get your healing on. So you maybe feel like, oh, I'm in pain and the only thing that can heal me is this person, if you're resonating with this reading. And I think Spirit's saying, well, let's like look into like your own actual physical symptoms. Obviously, doctors and things like that, do what you have to do. This is more just like energetic things you can do on your own. I highly recommend for this pile Reiki Rachel. She has a lot of Reiki free energy healings on YouTube, and she is amazing to release stuck energy. So today's soul action: get the book Heal Your Body by Louise L. Hay and find the answers toward which your body is guiding you. Also, this girl, Amanda Lovelace, that did this this deck here that I have, which is what? Let me see. I just got it. Someone gave me this. Believe in Your Own Magic, it's called. I think she wrote some book, something about like the princess saves herself. And like, look, you did get that card. Princess, you can be your own knight. So maybe I would like look into her books. There's a lot about reading. I think reading could be a good way to ground your energy as well. All right, so let's start getting cards and see what else we can get. I feel like I could talk about this all day, but I think your spirit guides are definitely wanting to help you find peace for yourself and find a way to work through these triggers and things like that. But let's see what we get. What would Scorpio spirit guides most want to communicate to Scorpio right now? Truth be told. I'm almost getting now, again, with this truth be told, a message about the throat chakra again, because it speaks with truth and authenticity and things like that. So maybe something happened with your person where you tried to communicate a truth to them and it was met with like some sort of rejection. Again, I think I had already said there might have been a rejection. So maybe that's why the throat chakra is coming through, because you spoke your truth and it was like met with rejection, and now you feel shame about what you said, which that's a one way I could see those two chakras being linked, and why spirit's bringing them, your spirit guides are bringing those to your attention right now. Truth be told, maybe you expressed your feelings, and I think spirit's also trying to tell you, because I feel like there is a sense of shame here where you feel like I'm so stupid, I'm such a loser, like why did I say that, like the shame, whatever, I'm so embarrassed, like I look so stupid now, whatever you're feeling, whatever you're thinking here, however your mind works, something along those lines. But you see how this owl is like standing on top of this mask? I think spirit's trying to say, like, don't feel ashamed, because you're speaking your truth, you're being authentic. At the end of the day, that is like a higher order than like somebody who's just like trying to be cool, like, and like with a mask on, like whether that means your person or like a past version of yourself, or maybe you wouldn't have said how you felt because you weren't trying to be authentic. So I think spirit, first of all, wants to address the shame that you might be feeling for speaking your truth, and say that's all you can do in life, is be your authentic self, speak your authentic truth, follow your authentic feelings, and that is what you did. And sometimes we take like a rejection as an immediate proof that this person doesn't love us, or that we're stupid, or whatever the case, that means this is like a final no forever, which it may be. I don't know. I'm not sure though, because if this is a twin flame connection, I'm getting that this is just a seed planting in your person as well, where now they know you have how you feel about them. They maybe feel, oh my God, like averse to it for whatever reason, but that can change. Like, because look, we have mending on the bottom of the deck here, and we have come to the edge. So I feel like your person really did consider reciprocating towards you. It's just at the end of the day, they maybe their own issues were triggered where they were like, ooh, like I can't, like for whatever reason. But I am getting a sense like that. Should we look thumb through the book real quick and see if there's anything of note? But I feel like you're also scared, especially if this was a like a friend or something like that, coworker, somebody that you have a relationship with that's not just romantic, there's another aspect to it. I feel like you also feel like maybe you ruined the connection. I feel like this is going to be a long reading, so just buckle up. Honesty, accepting things at face value. I feel like you are accepting the way this person acted as face value and thinking that like that's the truth of their feelings or something like that. And I think your spirit guides are like, there might be more beneath the surface, but also your person might not be able to even see it yet. Coming out of denial, the willingness to be transparent, clarity of communication. That's you. I feel like you really were willing to be transparent. You really like laid it all out there. And I think you're making real spiritual progress by being willing to do that. There is the truth, which is the essence of a thing. And then there is a truth, there is a truth, subjective according to the philosophy of the adherent or believer. This is not a time for debate about which truth is truer. This is a time when you are called to proclaim your truth out loud, yes, and be willing to be transparent, honest, and open in your communication with others and with yourself. Nothing less than surrender to what is. Peeling off the layers of denial that kept you tied to an illusion will set you free. Be authentic and gloriously flawed, and spirit will answer with miracles. Beautiful. I feel like, I just feel like that's exactly what I was getting. So I just feel like, yes, you're doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing right now. It's almost like I think that you feel like you made a mistake and you did something wrong to like mess everything up, and your spirit guides are coming through to be like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, actually that was supposed to happen just like that though. Like, it's okay. Like, you know what I mean? Like, feel your shame. It was probably meant to like plant a seed in this person, but also meant to like trigger this shame response in you. So you got to think about, like, a lot of times, like with the twin flame, it's like an agony. It's like a terrible pain and sadness and anguish and just anger. All these emotions come up. It's like a cattle prod, I like to say a lot of times, that just triggers these things. And it's because the person, it says true love is eternal. This is your true love. This is somebody that makes you feel things so deeply that nobody else could ever like really make you feel. It's like these deeply buried issues within us. Only our twin flame can really make, like, really, it's like the key that unlocks them. It's like, because we have so many walls built up against them, almost like a crust of like emotional, like, you know, like, I don't know how to explain it, like a wall, like like it hardens, the emotions harden, and it's like you can't get in. It's like they're just locked in there. And look at this, it's like it's open and coming out. I feel like this, but it comes out in a painful way. But it's like a lot of times, if you think about it, like probably whatever you're crying about right now, or feeling upset about, or thinking about, whatever you're going through right now, it may not even be like, oh, this person doesn't love me, like boo-hoo. And even if it is, that's fine too. But it's almost like, why would I think that this person would ever pick me? It's, there might be like a more subtle, maybe not even so subtle, like it might be tinged with more of a self-loathing. It might be pointing to a deeper issue of like, why would I think I was worthy of this person? This person could have anybody. Why would they pick me? Ew, like I'm so disgusting. Like, it could be like shame. I'm thinking of shame. Embarrassed, like, oh, I'm so stupid. I always mess everything up. Like, why would I tell this person? I'm such a loser. Like, I always tell people, like, and open myself up too much too fast, and now I scared this person away. I know in like my own personal experience, like when I had liked the person that I like had a thing, it was like my twin flame or whatever, but I remember like telling my mom about it and like showing her a picture or whatever, like, no, like, isn't he like so cute, like whatever. I don't even know if I was like thinking it was my twin flame at the time. Like, I don't think so. I just like was someone I knew and had a crush on at first. But, and I remember she had like a weird reaction to it, and I was just like, what, why are you being weird? She's like, I don't know. I'm like, what, do you think I'm not like good enough for him or something? And she's like, I don't know. And I was just like, what? Like, whatever. We've healed our relationship since then. I'm not trying to like trash talk my mom. But when I would like, a lot of times when I would be like crying over like this person, I wasn't really crying over them. I was like, even my mom doesn't think I'm like good enough. Like, you know, it was like something like that where, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's a lot of times it's something else, but we think it's like also tied to this person. So it's very much triggering stuff, deep stuff within you. With this black diamond, again, I'm getting like Scorpio energy, which is your energy. So I'm not surprised that that's coming through. All right, what else for Scorpios here? What do their spirit guides want them to know right now? What message wants to come through for them? Okay. Be bold and make the first move. I feel like you did do that again, and it was not met maybe with the reaction you were hoping for, and then but spirit's wanting you to look at the bigger picture here. Like there's more than meets the eye going on here. This isn't just like, oh, you took a chance, it didn't work out, and that was the wrong thing. I think spirit is really wanting you to know that they were encouraging you to like do this, to express yourself. And it's almost like because it wasn't met with the reaction that you were hoping for, you're thinking that you almost like weren't following your actual gut. And I think your spirit guides are coming through to be like, no, actually you were. All right, so what does Scorpio spirit guides really want you to know? I feel like this is a very specific situation here. Okay, what else? You're already doing it. Stop overthinking and keep facing your true north. Look, creating heaven on earth, it's happening. And it's like, I feel like it's happening. You're already doing it. Spirit's like, this is what's exactly supposed to happen. Like these triggers are going to keep almost coming. And it's like, a lot of times I think the twin flame journey is just, not just, it's a lot of things, but it's a way for you to learn how to like handle and process your emotions. Like I was just talking to my friend Lauren yesterday because, what were we talking about? She was just saying how like, I think it's so crazy how you can be like so upset about something, so mad, and then like in like 10 minutes, like, oh no, like I worked through it, like I'm fine, like blah, blah, blah. I feel like that's what like this journey like helps you to do, is like process your emotions, because we're so used to like stuffing them down and then probably getting triggered by something and then having a completely over dramatic reaction and things like that. I think people in general are kind of like this, you know, because mostly we're taught to like repress our emotions, not just twin flame people, but like when you're trying to like work through it, it's like all this stuff comes out that was like buried like your whole life. So it's very intense and dramatic, and it's tied to this person. People think, you know, you're crazy, you feel like you're crazy, whatever, but you learn to stop fighting your emotions as they come out. That's like the biggest thing. I feel like that's the biggest thing that I learned myself, but I guess it could be different for everybody. But I feel like we're just taught to like stuff it down, like smile, like the girls don't cry, like da 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 da, boys don't cry, like we're not supposed to cry, like we're not supposed to cry, but crying is such a cathartic release of emotion, and that's what you learn how to do. Like you learn how to like process your emotions and let them flow out of you without fighting it, without castigating yourself for feeling it in the first place, without the self-loathing, without hating yourself for feeling it, you know, stuff like that, where you're just like, okay, I have to cry quick, and you just like let it flow. It's like you let it come in a wave, and then it's like, when you're done. Whereas like if you're fighting it and you're in that energy of like fighting your feelings, it's more so that it's a lot more difficult to go through, because it's like your thoughts are coming in to be like, you stupid loser, like, you know, it's just saying mean things too, that it's just like making you feel worse, instead of like, okay, like this was a letdown, I have to cry and grieve this right now. Like, as opposed to like, oh, like I'm such a loser, why would I think? It just like hurts so much more and like feels so much worse, like when you're like berating yourself for what you're feeling. And yes, I'm saying this is a twin flame, whatever, but it doesn't necessarily have to be like, you could be on a healing journey without being a twin flame and be resonating with this, I guess. But we'll see. Okay, so I feel like this specific message that was for a twin flame, just maybe starting out on their journey. But what advice, what does Scorpio spirit guides want to bring through for Scorpio? That's 2. Loneliness and courage. Okay. Death energy. Okay. And surrender. Yeah, Spirit's really wanting, obviously, surrender is a big thing here with twin flame stuff. Learning how to detach and surrender. Like, again, if it was that easy, like everybody, twin flame wouldn't be what it is. So it's, I feel like a good thing to do with the death. I am learning that endings are merely beginnings. I feel like Spirit really wants you to know that, like, everything's okay. First of all, you're already doing what you're supposed to be doing. But I think one way, like, we get stuck on, like, a twin flame because it's like we feel their energy. There's no beginning and there's no ending. Like, it never starts. So it's like, how do you grieve something that never even began? Like, it's like you feel stupid for having these feelings in the first place. And you've probably had other relationships that you've, like, gotten over and that you weren't stuck on like this. It's almost like you feel like there's something wrong with you. Why can't I get over this? Like, what is wrong with me? Like, for real. So I feel like one of the things that you could do, one exercise you could do, is almost like pretend like this is the final death, even though with the twin flame it most likely is not. Like, at least you're gonna have other cycles going on, most likely. But it's like pretend that it is like a breakup. Get that book, because your spirit keeps encouraging you to read. It's called A Breakup Because It's Broken, by Greg Bernard, I think it is. Bernard, I'm probably saying that wrong. But it's like, really, like, imagine if you were really breaking up with somebody that you actually had a relationship with, and you may have here with the twin flame. That could have been the case. You could have had, like, dated or had like a 1 month or whatever relationship and then separated for whatever reason. But treat it like a real breakup, as if like you have to try to pretend to move on and do what you would normally do. If you would go out with your friends and like have some drinks, do that. If you would sit at home and cry and watch like Legally Blonde, like, do that. Like, you know, if you would just start exercising and, you know, with this body stuff, like start working out and like organizing your life, like do that. Like, whatever your breakup routine is, I feel like Spirit's like wanting you to embrace that for the time being in order to like grieve whatever just happened between you and your person. But what else would Scorpio spirit guides want to say to them? We have the Knight of Wands, I feel like, and the Queen of Swords. I feel like the whole point of this too, and the Lover's look, is to teach you how to like decide that you're worthy of love. If a person's coming to you in this Knight of Wands behavior where they're picking someone else over you, they're in and out, they're leading you on, they're whatever they're doing, kind of like a player energy, like a not taking this seriously energy, you need to choose yourself. That's what the whole point of this twin flame journey is. Are we taking all of these? We have the Six of Pentacles, the Empress, and the Eight of Pentacles. You need someone to show you something substantial in order for you to even consider them. And the fact that this one is in reverse, again, that's another message. It's like you don't even care about yourself. You just want this person. That can be a vibe too of a twin flame thing, where it's like, it doesn't matter how you're treating me. I'm going to show you how much I love you by almost like accepting breadcrumbs. That could be like a thing going on here. Oh God, help me. Why are all these coming out? Ten of Cups, the Moon. I mean, are we going to take all these? I guess. Hold on. I'm going to leave the Two of Wands on the bottom of the deck because it was before. Or maybe I won't. Let's just see. Hold on. Let's move this. Oh my God. Over. The Moon. Death. And the Ten of Cups. Okay. This, all right, we're putting the Two of Wands. Where does it want to go? I'll put it right here. So I feel like it didn't come out like over there. It came out over here. Sorry about this, guys. All right. This is a lot. I would never expect to get this many cards. So we have the Nine of Swords on the bottom of the deck. I do feel like you're spending a lot of nights, days, like thinking about this heavily, worrying about everything that you've said and done. But yeah, the Knight of Wands and the Six of Pentacles, like the whole point of this journey is to get you into divine feminine energy here with the Empress and have you do this work on yourself here with the Empress coming out next to the Eight of Pentacles. And yes, expressing your truth is a part of it, but recognizing that this person's behavior is unacceptable is also a part of it. And that's you may even like look back on your past relationships and see that there's maybe a pattern of you compromising other people's bad behavior because you don't feel worthy, possibly could be the reason. And just like letting things slide, like seeing the way that your self-worth has affected like a lot of areas of your life. I feel like there's definitely with the Empress a sense of not valuing yourself. Even if you think that you do, and it's like if you take a look at the way you've been treated by not even just romantic relationships too, your friendships, your family, your coworkers, your boss, whatever it is, if you're letting people walk all over you to an extent, being maybe like a people pleaser, this is Libra energy. It's Venus energy, but that could be Libra, so that's kind of what I'm getting here. That's something to take into account as well. Like, am I a people pleaser? Like, these issues are really coming to the front. If you can say to this person, like, I don't accept you unless you're coming correct to your twin flame, that is like, you've really like reached a point where you value yourself. You know what I mean? Even if you're in a lot of pain, that's very powerful. With the Two of Wands and the Moon, it's like hard to make a decision when there's this intense emotion. Here, there's like this buried, it's a very deep, we have the Moon next to the Death card. It's a very deep, again, with scorpionic energy. We have death under death. Like, this is true transformation here. This is, and the Moon here, I think it's just your spirit guides wanting to come through and tell you, like, there's going to be a lot of cycles and a lot of seasons of this connection. You're going to see things evolve slowly over time. Just like the Moon, just like it's going to be a new moon, there's going to be a new start, and then it's going to like, they're going to maybe pop back in, and then that's going to come to a close. Then like some time's going to pass. I'm getting a sense of a lot of time passing and slow progress here with all the pentacles and the water. Slow emotional progress here. That's gonna, I almost feel like with the Two of Wands, you both are gonna diverge your paths together. Like, maybe, especially like I was saying, if you were friends or you were coworkers or something, your paths are gonna diverge away from each other. And I feel like they are gonna converge again someday. But it's like this work needs to happen. And I feel like the quickest way to like get back to them is to almost like, again, accept this death, accept the changes of this connection, which is like the hardest thing to do. So we also have the 10 of Cups at the end, and I think your spirit guides are wanting you to know that there is a very happy ending for you at the end. And the fact that there's this one cup on here, I don't think that's saying like, oh, this is what's going to happen and you're going to be by yourself. I'm not seeing it like that, but I think they're going to say that at the end of this journey, after all this transformation that you go through, all this intense emotion with the Moon, facing your fears, these two together, this is like facing repressed and buried emotions. Like, your cup is going to be so much lighter, because you know how they say like, oh, you can't give from an empty cup or whatever, but it's almost like, I also feel like you can't receive into a full cup. I feel like your cup is full with your repressed emotions and your trauma and all that stuff. And this process is going to help you get rid of it so you can receive, because it's about giving and receiving. You're maybe too giving, but you're also unwilling or unable to receive because you're so full of like emotion from the past, if that makes sense. And like, how would that work for your person? They're just receiving and, well, I don't know, maybe not able to give because they're just, I feel like they're just in kind of an energy that's like a little bit like immature, and they need to grow up, and that's just going to take time. And in the meantime, we're going to be working on our divine feminine journey here. I would really look into like, you know, divine feminine healing. I would look into Reiki Rachel. I would look into some of these books. Remember, again, it was Heal Your Body by Louise L. Hay. So let's see what else we can get from Scorpio spirit guides. Okay, we have Skull. Hidden secrets can harm you. Again, this death energy is kind of what I'm getting. Weeping Willow, family sorrow. So there could be something like that. Dealings or relationship with the woman. Coming out over the Empress. I feel like you need to make yourself the star of the show. With the Weeping Willow here, there could be family issues from the past, hidden secrets. I feel like that's like hidden, buried emotion is kind of what I'm getting from those two. But there's another Skull, another death energy coming through. We have wind chimes, peace and harmony. That's like the point of this work, is to help you to find peace within yourself and to release these demons once and for all. Tankard, celebration, fun and enjoyment. We have Lily, spiritual love. Definitely I'm getting that. Broken bridge, unsuccessful outcome to a problem. It's almost like you took a chance thinking that this was going to be the start of something beautiful, but it ended up just creating this broken bridge between you. Again, like the two paths diverging like I was getting. Oh, okay. And let's see what month that is. March. So maybe something is going to happen in March, which seems really far away, and I'm so sorry. Maybe that's birthdays. Feather. Oh, someone you know is undependable and insincere. And again, I don't feel like that's going to be forever. I'm going to put March away. I don't really like getting the months. I feel like that is just a current, like, you're on a path to finding peace and harmony and growing and being, I feel like you're in a lot more of a mature place than your person right now, whether you're actually older than them or not. You're coming through as an Empress, they're coming through as a Knight of Wands. That's a very big discrepancy. Spirit just really wants to draw your attention to that, and for you to understand that you didn't do anything wrong. This is just they're incapable of dealing with all this right now. It's not like you're too much. It's like maturity is too much for them, not you. And they will grow. They're going to grow. They're going to grow out of it. I see a tree here. So I feel like things will change between you. But again, a tree doesn't grow. It doesn't like shoot up overnight. It is a slow going here. But I think it's going to be a rough road, guys. So what advice does Scorpio spirit guides have for them? Oh my God, this is 30 minutes long. There's always room for improvement, always. So Spirit definitely wants you to focus on, your spirit guides wants you to definitely focus on your own self-improvement here. Again, with the body, with the chakras. Don't forget we were talking about that. Look, forget about trying to trust others. Again, learn to trust yourself and you'll never have to worry. I feel like with the one in reverse, again, it's like you're not really thinking about yourself, and Spirit's like, but that's exactly what you need to think about. Look, everything you went through was to illuminate the right and wrong way to do things. Like, there is a purpose to this, and I would really look into the solar plexus chakra, because again, we have like some yellow cards coming out. Oh. Happiness is a valid goal. Just try to make yourself happy without this person. Try to find ways to make yourself emotionally fulfilled without this person. A lot of times we get so focused on a twin flame or a spiritual connection, whatever you want to call it, that like we don't realize all the blessings that we already have in our life and the way that our life is already perfect now. Our animals, our family, we have family sorrow being highlighted here. That's making me think of when my brother-in-law passed away, and I just thought about all the times that I was just at home crying about my twin flame, and I was like, oh, I wish I would have just like let it be. I couldn't at the time, but you know, and it was almost like I could have spent more happy times with my sister and my brother-in-law. But anyway, it's like, that's not like a cautionary tale in a way. It's more of like, just look around. I wish I would have, like, instead of just staying home crying, went and hung out with them and been cheered up. So it's like, I think Spirit's saying, like, look for ways to be cheered up, even if it feels like the last thing you would want to do. It's, I think, good for the soul here. Look into shame and solar plexus chakra. Oh, also Jessica Heslop, she has those affirmations. Try doing just like confidence affirmations. I know it's probably like you want to do like twin flame love affirmations and stuff, but I feel like it's best to just like step away from that for a little bit and focus on making yourself more confident. Focus less on how others feel about you and focus on how you feel about yourself with that confidence. That's like exactly what I was just saying. That's kind of funny. Your spirit guides are like, yes, baby, do those confidence affirmations. Like, get in that Empress energy. Okay, sorry. Weigh and discern everything you're told. I feel like also sometimes when there's these readings that you watch, like twin flame, or when you're in a connection, they could be like up and down, like, oh, this person's energy towards you is really good and really bad. And I think part of the journey is being able to like have that sense of stability regardless of what other people say, whatever readings are saying, things like that, outside circumstances in general. So try to work on building a neutral, strong foundation. Regardless, step away from readings if you're getting a reading and it's like your person's in a bad energy towards you. Maybe again with that queen person, third party stuff, just click off the reading. And just distract yourself some other way, like, and just be like, you know what, they're in a weird energy for now, maybe I'll check back tomorrow, kind of a thing. Don't take it so seriously. Energy is always changing. If you envy someone, it's because they're reflecting everything you could be if you just believe in yourself. Think about the people that you admire and even are jealous over, because those are probably the good qualities you have that you just can't see in yourself. but you have divine feminine energy. The Empress came through. Notice who's happy for your happiness and appreciate the fuck out of them. I feel like there's a lot about you trying to like chase happiness here. You have to do that. Look, honestly, as long as you're happy, who the hell cares? Find the people that make you happy. Find what makes you happy, whatever it is, whether it's something creative. I feel like it's more about people. You got to like find those people and just like stick with them like glue. They're going to help you through these times. People that make you laugh. Who's the funniest person you know? Like hang out with them. Like, you know what I'm saying? All right, let's get a couple more of these. I like these cards. Any more advice for Scorpio? Library. Take control of your own narrative. And also read. There's a lot about reading books. I don't know. That's kind of cray. So what books did we talk about? Heal Your Body. It's called A Breakup Because It's Broken. And I thought that, oh, the Amanda Lovelace books about like the princess saving herself. I feel like that could be, I don't even know what that book is about. I've never read it or even heard about it before today. Do It For You, Sundress. That was in reverse. I feel like it came in reverse because you're not really doing anything for yourself right now. You're mostly doing things for this connection. And Spirit's like, that's okay. But now we're going to flip this energy around and make ourselves the star. Lavender, surround yourself with love, 100%. I was getting a vibe like that, but the people that make you happy, your animals, whatever it is. But you see on this card, people that bring you peace, wherever you feel like is your home. And Lighthouse, don't doubt your worth. Also, another thing I want to say, don't like, I mean, maybe think about like keeping this to yourself, because the people that aren't in a twin flame connection really can't understand it, and they're gonna be like, no, they're gonna fill your head with doubt. So just don't even tell people about it. Even if you did be like, yeah, I don't know, I'm getting over it. Just keep it neutral and be like, yeah, I blocked them. Like just like let it go. Be like, and they'll probably be like, oh, okay. So that way you don't have to deal with them trying to say like, oh, you're crazy or whatever. Nostalgia, focus on the here and now. Yeah, it's very difficult to do that in a situation like this. You're just wondering about the future. Are they going to come, or how are they feeling about me? Blah, blah, blah. Focus more on how you're feeling about yourself. It said that somewhere. Oh, focus less on how others, but I feel like this is about your twin. And just more focus on how you feel about yourself. Okay, guys? Oh my God, that was crazy. Thank you so much for watching. I'm so sorry if you're really going through this. I know how hard it is, but you're going to come out the other side. I promise you. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Okay? Bye.